from the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Outdoor Oklahoma.
Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead, and today we're at the Oklahoma Aquarium in Jinx, and I'm joined by Randy Woodward, the founder of the Youth Bowfishing Association. And you know, Randy, we're sitting here in front of the non-game species exhibit here at the aquarium, and looking at these fish just reminds me of we have a lot of opportunity for bow fishing in Oklahoma, don't we?
Yes, sir. We have probably more bow fishing around here than any states that's close to us.
Well, that is great. You know, Randy has founded an organization called the Youth Bowfishing Association. Tell me a little bit about what your mission is and what you do.
Okay, I started in 2004, and we got our first tournament in 2005. We're just trying to teach the kids what we love to do and get the adults and the kids out in the outdoors together.
Well, that's so important, teaching that next generation. Right. Well, good. You know, we're going to talk more about the Youth Bowfishing Association. But what do you say we actually go bow fishing? Does that sound good?
Oh, I'd love to do that.
We're going to join our assistant director, Wade Free, and his two sons, Weston and Cooper, along with one of their friends, Luke Vanderwerf, and we're going to go bow fishing on the North Canadian River in northwest Oklahoma.
My kids kind of started the bow hunting thing as early as they could pull a little compound bow back with the suction cups on it. As they got a little older, they kept that interest, and we've bow hunted deer, and now we're out here bow fishing. And it's just another way to expand your opportunities to practice with your bow, refine your skills. Some people call it bow fishing. It's almost like bow hunting because you're actually out here on the river tracking the fish down, and then when you see it, it's just kind of like shooting a deer or waiting on a deer. You're stalking, kind of a spot and stalk, and then when you find the fish, then you exercise your bow fishing skills. It's a great way to practice, hone your skills. For most archers, it's a 24/7, 365 days a year. You don't just pick up your bow the week before bow season for deer and practice. You're looking for something continually to practice with and on, whether it be targets in the backyard, bow fishing, non-game fish shooting like we're going to do here today. Most of these are carp. There'll be a few buffalo. These guys have been shooting their bows. We've been coming over here since before they could even pull a bow back. Now they're getting bigger, and you know, life is short. They grow fast. It seemed like just yesterday they couldn't even pull a bow back. Now they're out here going without me. They called me the other day, matter of fact, and said, we got 30 fish. Where are you? It's like, you're going without me? You know, used to, we didn't go anywhere unless we were together. Anyway, they've been out here shooting these carp. It's exciting. The components of archery are here, and it's just a great way to be out here and enjoy something in the spring and summer with your bow. A lot of people ask, what do you do with the carp? Some people eat them, they can them. Some folks will cut them up and use them for bait for other fish. Some gardeners use them for fertilizer, compost. So there's a lot of different ways to utilize the fish. It's non-game fish only, like I said. You can't shoot the game fish. There's usually two ways to do this. Most people use a reel with a line and a fish arrow on it. That's a good way. There's the old spool type, then there's also the type with the reel on it, with the string so you can retrieve your arrow and fish. This river is shallow enough, it's the North Canadian, we're up above Canton, that you can use a regular broadhead and arrow and just shoot and then go retrieve your arrow or the fish. So we'll try both. All right, guys, got all your stuff ready?
Yep.
Sunscreen?
Yep.
Water bottles? I'm gonna give you some instruction. Longbow versus 3 compounds. We got Luke, Weston, and Cooper here. This is gonna be one of the deals where the old man shows you how to shoot them, okay, with a stick. Actually, this thing's gonna slap my arm and I'm gonna be done with it. So, if we got everything, let's head on down there and we'll see what we can find. There he is. There's some years where you get the right amount of rain, not too much, and you catch them. It's better. So, moss is kind of hard to get them. See them? Great. I don't think he sees him. I think he's right under that moss. Oh yeah, yeah. Whoa. Oh, I missed him. Oh, you missed him. Oh, 3 misses in a row. And I shot the
Well, Randy, I just noticed that right here in the aquarium is a poster of Wade and little baby Weston. That's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's back there ways in.
You bet. You've
That's
done
awesome.
some growing since then.
Yes, sir. That's awesome having a picture of a kid fishing in Oklahoma like that.
That's right. You know, we're now here in an exhibit featuring some striped bass, and then there's some gar in there and some carp. Now, some of those species are non-game fish and some are game fish. And for the bow fisherman, that's a really important distinction to make, right?
Right. We can like shoot the carp and the buffalo, but the game fish are illegal in Oklahoma.
Tell me some more of those regulations for bow fishing.
Okay, like bow fishing in Oklahoma, on a bow fishing point, it can have up to 4 barbs. And on the small kids, we let them wade, we let them shoot field arrows, just regular field points.
Sure.
And my grandson is 4, he shoots 11-pound bow, and he took his first fish last year.
Oh, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's right.
I bet you're kind of proud of that.
Oh yeah, I'm real proud of that.
That is great. Now, some lakes have specific regulations too, right?
Right. Every lake you go to, core lakes, state lakes, and below dams, you need to check the regulations because every one of them is different. But bow fishing is legal year-round in Oklahoma. Just make sure you got your regulations right.
Well, that's good. And there's no excuse for not knowing because they're spelled out very easily to understand in the regulation books as well as online at wildlifedepartment.com. Why do you say we now rejoin Wade Free and Company?
Yes, sir. I love bow fishing.
Let me get a recurve shot.
Okay.
Since
Where's he at? He's right here. He's right up under that moss, Wade.
yeah. You got him in the head. He's swimming off with your arrow. Get him, Weston.
Get him, Weston.
Get him.
Someone shoot him.
You missed him.
Where's that shooting at?
I can't tell.
I'll get your arrow.
Get him, Cooper.
Wow. Got him.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
I shot him.
Oh.
I had him in the
Here, look
leg.
out. Look out. Look out. Got him with the recurve. Got an arrow sticking in the
Go
sand. That's a miss.
How'd you know that?
They're hard to hit in that deep water. Somebody's arrow's moving.
I'm gonna shoot at one.
Luke, you're kind of in the way right there. Whoa, wee.
I'm gonna shoot at this big one over here.
Like 10 times.
He's coming back at you.
Oh, there's a big one.
That's not the big one I was thinking about. Big one, the big one's right here.
There he is.
Hold on. Where at?
He's right up under this.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Here comes a bunch.
Yeah,
There's a
got
real,
him.
There's a real big one right here, Wade.
Right here. There he is. The stick bow. Got him with a stick bow.
I'm gonna shoot at this big one.
Hey, boys. I guess
Tomatoes.
you. I think we can fertilize the whole garden today.
There's a real big one.
know, Randy and I are outside the Oklahoma Aquarium on the back porch along the Arkansas River. I think it's because they wouldn't let you bring these inside. You look pretty trustworthy to me.
Oh yeah, it'd be like shooting fish in a barrel in there, wouldn't it?
Literally, wouldn't it? Well, I want to first talk about a little piece of equipment that we've used on this show. Can you believe this is one of our video cameras now?
That's awesome.
Isn't it neat? This thing shoots HD video, and in this protective housing can actually shoot video underwater. And we used it on this particular show, and we had tremendous success with it. I think you'll be seeing a lot more video shot with this little tiny camera in the future. Okay, let's talk about the bows that you've brought. Now, tell me first off, what are some of the regulations pertaining to the bow itself?
Okay, in deer hunting you have to have a 40-pound bow or above. In bow fishing you can shoot any weight bow. You can shoot a crossbow, you can shoot recurve, and compounds. This here is a Genesis like the kids use in school. You can you can convert that over to bow fishing, and it works great for them. You know, and then we have an all-night eagle. That's what I shoot a lot, and then the recurve. I love shooting recurves. So.
You bet. Essentially, all you got to do is be able to adapt it to put a reel on it.
Yes, sir.
The one thing that just sets this sport apart than other types of bow hunting is that your arrow's got a string attached to it.
That's
and
right.
a reel is on the bow, and then pretty much it's just regular archery equipment.
Right. And you know, deer hunting, the kids got to sit in a tree and they lose patience. But in bow fishing, there's a lot of action. So you got archery in schools that teaches them about bows. Then you get them out there and get them into action. And then as they get older, they'll want to do that deer hunting and everything else.
That's fantastic. That's a great progression because, you know, not many little kids can pull a 40-pound bow.
No.
But they can start early and enjoy a lot of years of bow fishing before they ever sit in a tree stand.
Right. And they learn patience bow fishing.
That's right. You bet. Now, you don't like to brag about it, but tell me why this one holds special meaning to you.
I've won 5 world championships with this Oneida, and then 1 with the recurve.
Wow, that's impressive.
And I just try to teach kids what I love to do. That's why I started the organization I got now.
You bet. You spent a lot of years out there enjoying the sport yourself, seeing that maybe kids weren't, you know, coming to it naturally, and thought, oh, create something where it really draws their attention to the sport.
Right. Show them what I appreciate doing and what I love to do in the outdoors.
Well, that's what it's all about. We're lucky there's folks like you out there.
Well, thank you, sir.
You know, we'll be back visiting more with Randy about the Youth Bow Fishing Association, as well as do a little more bow fishing on the North Canadian River right after this week's Outdoor News Report.
Tell you what, let's take these off and then we'll come back and get these other 2. Grab those 2, Cooper. Weston, carry the fish up the bank, and when you get up there, we'll pull the pickup around there and I'll pick you up. Try to find a shady spot.
We've always been hunting and fishing our whole lives, and we just kind of we've came out here and messed with it every summer. But Luke called us, I don't know, a couple weeks ago and said that he shot 20 something in one day. So we figured we'd come out here and give it a try. So then we did, and it's a blast.
We got our old bows, and our dad bought us bow fishing reels and stuff for the stuff. So we just went out here and tried it one day, and we got hooked on it. I probably shot about 6, I'd say. I didn't do very good, so.
Neither did I. I missed a bunch. And then I started hitting them at the end.
Yeah, what about you, Luke? How many did you get?
Probably shot.
He shot most of them.
Yeah, he was doing good.
Probably shot at 10, maybe. Maybe not that many.
It's constant action.
The adrenaline.
Yeah, it's never calm. You're always walking up there and you're always looking for other fish and
Yeah.
seeing other kind of animals out here. It's just
There's never
nothing better to do.
Never a dull moment.
How's it different from sitting in that tree stand in the fall?
If you're not very patient.
There's a lot more action until there's always more fish moving around, and then you're in a tree stand, you always see about a deer every now
You
and
never
then.
know if you're going to see anything or if it's just going to be a still night.
And like today, it really didn't take any specialized fishing equipment because the river's shallow, and we just use our carbon arrows with a good broadhead, the type you can resharpen, and shot them that way. If you get in deeper water where the fish can swim off with your arrow, you're gonna have to go to a fishing rig where you can reel them in. We have those too, but in these shallows, you can get your deer hunting gear and get out there and just get after it. It also teaches you to hone in on a small target because these fish aren't very big. And you can even get out here and practice with moving shots and lead and kind of pick and choose. So it's good practice not only for adults, but it's good practice for kids, but it's a great way to get kids into archery. They may sit for days, hours, waiting on a deer to come by. You get them some archery equipment, they can get out here on the river and they're in the hunt just right now. So it's real rewarding, real successful, and I hadn't found a kid yet that wouldn't get hooked on it if they try it.
Yeah, it's always fun to get out in the summertime when other kids are playing video games and you can get outside and spend all day out here shooting carp.
Yep.
It's always hot weather and nice days, and you're always out in the water and cool. And in like the wintertime, you're cold. You always have to have really warm clothes, and this is just really fun. You can just go out here and no shirt in the water and have
Ever
fun.
Get hot enough where you get off and swim in the creek?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
find a hole big enough, sometimes you can get off and swim in that hole for a little while and still be fishing while you're at it.
Yep. It's a blast, and I think anybody would have fun doing it.
Yeah. It's a good thing to do with your friends if you don't have anything to do on a day and it's a calm summer day. You can go out here and have a lot of fun.
Better than just sitting around at the house.
Cooper, you have a ball? Better than football camp? Easier than football camp. There's as much excitement, just not as much running.
Well, Randy, that segment there has got me ready to do with some bow fishing. How about you?
Oh yeah, I'm ready anytime.
Your organization is not just solely up to you. I mean, you've got a lot of volunteers helping you as well, don't you?
Yes sir, without the volunteers we couldn't do everything we do. We go to hunting and fishing shows, teaching people about bow fishing. We go to the expo, which that's one of our biggest. We have over 10,000 last year go through our event alone.
That's a great opportunity to get a lot of people exposed to bow fishing, isn't it?
Yes sir, it sure is.
Well, tell me how people can actually get in contact with you if they want to get involved.
Okay, you can go to Youth Bow Fishing Association on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and we tell about our tournament, which is always a Saturday after Father's Day every year in June at Topper's Boat Ramp on Fort Gibson Lake. And kids from 1 to 18 can shoot. If they're 18 on January the 1st, they can actually shoot at 19 years old.
Okay,
So.
great deal. Well, if you'd like to find out more opportunities to discover your outdoor world, friend us on Facebook and Twitter. For all of us at your wildlife department, I'm Todd Craighead, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you somewhere new next time on Outdoor Oklahoma.